You're listening to the Feminine Business School podcast, and I'm your host, Ainsley Young. My work is all about creating a wildly pleasurable and successful business without burning out your body and selling out your soul. I'm also really passionate about ditching the cookie cutter marketing strategies and finding what feels good to you when it comes to marketing. Join me as we talk all things online business, feminist marketing strategies, feminine embodiment, conscious leadership, and pleasurable productivity. Hit subscribe now and let's get started. And to learn the secret to fitting more pleasure into each day while ticking off your to-dos, download my free pleasure and productivity weekly planner. Head to startingwitha.com/opt-in. Welcome to another episode of the Feminine Business School podcast. I am your host, Ainsley Young, and today we are going to talk about pivots. So specifically, I'll share what a pivot is versus my interpretation of a pivot, when you may be faced with pivoting and changing direction in your business, and the juicy part of this episode, which is where I share 3 common pivot fears, I put those in inverted commas, and how you can use 3 specific and super powerful reframes you can embody to ensure your pivot takes your business to the next level with ease. Right, let's get into it and let's talk about pivoting. Since the start of the pandemic, we've seen the rise of the word pivot and pivoting in business because, let's face it, it has been critical for many businesses to stay afloat, especially for brick and mortar businesses. And these kind of pivots feel quite dramatic and big because these businesses may be shifting their entire business model. Now, according to Forbes magazine, a pivot means fundamentally changing the direction of a business when you realize the current products or services aren't meeting the needs of the market. The main goal of a pivot is to help a company improve revenue or survive in the market. Now, before you cringe and your body starts to contract around this description, this isn't the type of pivot that I want to talk about today. What I want to focus on in today's episode is talking about pivots in a service-based business and where the pivot is actioned because your current business model or your niche or your offerings aren't actually serving you, the business owner. Maybe your business is going well. You've got a steady stream of revenue, your systems are in place, everything's ticking along, but you desire to explore something else. Your heart is calling for more. Or maybe business isn't going as well as you'd hoped, and you've realized that something is out of alignment. It could be your niche, it could be your offerings, or it could be your business model. Now, these types of pivots have been coming up for some of my Ascension Inner Circle clients, and it's been something that I have been working on too. I spoke about this in episode 31. You may want to go back and listen in. And that's why I felt this pivot conversation was ripe for discussion. And I know pivoting can feel scary, it can be daunting, and it can feel tiring, but I want to offer 3 powerful reframes for 3 common pivoting fears. The first fear around pivoting is that you have to start from scratch. You have to go back to the drawing board. And when this fear or limiting belief comes up, it can feel like it's all too much. Too much time, too much energy, too much money that you've already invested, and you don't want it to go down the drain. But the thing is, you're not starting from scratch. You're actually evolving. And as you evolve, so does your body of work and so does your business. It is natural. So a really powerful reframe can be that your work or your business is actually your life's work. It's continually evolving as you are evolving as an entrepreneur and as a woman. I like to use the pathway analogy when I'm talking to clients. When we're promoting our work, we're actually inviting their clients to walk down a pathway to join us in partnership. But the thing is, we're not necessarily building a brand new path within our pivot. Our pivot is just an extension or a new section of our brilliant path, of our existing path. We don't have to make it into a massive deal. And this is something that I have really embodied. So my pivot is around really refining my niche, who I serve and how I help these clients. So the extension of my path is now focusing on partnering with established female business owners who are doing 10 plus K months and who are wanting to activate their purpose, their power, their pleasure, find aligned action and productivity so they can experience next level prosperity and freedom in their lives and in their business. They're really here to make an impact with their work and they don't want to have any sacrifices along the way. So this pivot could feel really huge and like I need to make a huge announcement to the world and change all of the things. But put simply, it's just an extension to what I am already doing. I am just laying a new stretch of path for clients to walk down. So as my body of work evolves, I'm just laying a new stretch of path. I'm not creating a brand new path. The second fear I see around pivoting in business is that it's going to take a lot of time to rebuild and get back to where you were in your business. This is really common when you're narrowing down or changing your niche. But the thing is, there are limitless possibilities on offer to all of us. And it's absolutely possible that your business can grow quickly because of this pivot, because you have done the alignment work and you are operating from this place, from an aligned place. And it's the inner work, the embodiment work, the energetic work, which makes up 80% of your success in life and business. So if you're embodying the belief that your business is going to absolutely explode and thrive because of this pivot, this is going to take you far. This is the work. So lean into the possibilities and embody your limitlessness. And you can also use the first reframe for this fear too. So when you take the pressure off in regards to time and lean into the idea that this is your life's work and your personal and professional evolution will catalyze the evolution of your work, the pressure comes off. You start to feel your shoulders drop. The contraction turns into an expansion. And the third fear that is really common when it comes to pivoting in business is the I'm not ready. I am just not ready. I am not skilled enough. I don't have enough experience. I'm not enough. I don't have enough time. The not enoughness is what we struggle with. And the thing is, there is no perfect time for anything, including a perfect time to pivot. Our inner saboteur will always find a logical, rational reason why we should wait for the next quarter, or wait until we finish the latest qualification that we're doing, or wait until the rebrand is complete. But you have to first decide that this pivot is happening and it will be a success no matter what. This is critical. You have to decide, no one else but you. You have to make the decision that the pivot is happening and it will be a success. And you're probably saying, how do I know if it's all going to work out? Well then, you look for the evidence as to where you have taken a leap of faith before. And without knowing you, I know you have taken a leap of faith. If you're listening to this and you own a business, you had no proof, no evidence that you had the ability to start a business, let alone create a successful business, but you're doing it. So look for evidence from your past where you've just decided that you're going to do something, you took the leap of faith and you made it happen. And you can also look to others. If someone else has done something you want to do, you can absolutely pull it off because we're leaning into infinite possibilities and the magic of life. We're switching up the saboteur, the logic and the reason for the magician who turns lead into gold. If someone else can do it, so can you. Okay, so I hope this has got you all fired up if you are considering changing direction or pivoting in your business. If you are considering taking a leap and changing direction, changing things up in your business, or you're really just ready to massively up-level, let's have a chat because my Ascension Inner Circle is a powerful and really lush container that combines private mentoring with high-level group coaching where we go deep and we activate your pleasure, your power and your purpose so you can experience wild prosperity and freedom in your life and freedom in your business. So if you're interested, you can book in a complimentary Ascension Activation Session with me. And in this session, I'll help you uncover exactly what it is that's holding you back from experiencing the prosperity and freedom that you desire in your life and business right now. And then I'll provide some suggestions if you're open to it on what you can do to overcome any roadblocks. And then together we can map out your own Ascension activation plan for the next 12 months. And if this sounds like something that would be really valuable to you, you can just jump on over to the show notes and I've got a link there for you to book in the Ascension Activation Session. And if you've got any questions, don't hesitate to reach out. You can reach out via DM on Instagram. You can find me over at Ainsley Young or send me an email. It's all in the show notes. Okay, until next time, I hope you have a great week and I will speak to you soon. Thanks so much for listening to today's podcast episode. Hopefully you enjoyed it and you received some tips and takeaways, or maybe a major aha. And if you did, please leave me a quick 5-star rating and review in Apple Podcasts. I'd be so grateful. And if you'd like to connect, just come and say hi. DM me over on Instagram. You can find me at Ainsley Young. I'll speak with you soon.